So guys, this is my 2019 2.7 Ecoboost. I'm about to be changing out my AMS charge pipes. These are the ones that go straight to the turbos. It's got that one, and then it's got this one. So I installed it about maybe 2 months ago, and ever since I installed them, it's been going through my spark plugs like crazy. Something isn't right. I'm not sure. It keeps throwing out a code for an intake leak, and I mean, I am on the AEM intake, but before I installed the AMS charge pipes, I already had my intake on, and I had the stock parts. Where are they? Right here. These are the stock charge pipes and everything, and I never had a check engine light or anything with the stock ones. But ever since I installed these, for some reason, it's been giving me an intake leak. I've already checked all the fittings. I made sure, you know, everything's on right. You know, I know it's not the intake because I never had any engine codes or anything prior to when I installed the AMS charge pipe. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the factory ones back on, run it for a little bit just to see what it does, because I mean, as you guys can see, I mean, I've gone through a lot of spark plugs and I've already thrown away. So I did run these for a while, but I mean, they did good for about a week, and then they kept going out, and I ended up switching over. Look at this. I mean, get some of this other stuff out, but all this is full of spark plugs that I've gone through, and there's more down there, back there. I mean, the ones that have been doing pretty good so far are the laser iridiums, the NGKs, but I went ahead and bought some new ones from Ford Performance, but I don't want to slap them on and then, you know, everything starts acting weird again. And I would hate, you know, for the spark plugs to go out. And I mean, for the guys that do know, I mean, the Ford GT Performance spark plugs are pretty hard to get, so I'm not trying to ruin them. So I'm gonna try to take the charge pipes off right now, put it back to stock, and then see how it does, because I've had a lot of codes and issues ever since I installed them. So hopefully, you know, that fixes my issues. But I mean, I'm sure a lot of people are curious too, but I mean, the truck's a pretty simple build so far. It's a 2.7 Ecoboost. It's got the AMS charge pipes. It's got a AEM intake. I mean, for those that know, on the Ecoboost, I mean, intakes are more for noise. If anything, you kind of lose horsepower. I mean, intakes don't do any good on the Ecoboost platform. People say that you actually lose horsepower on them, but I mainly just got it for the noises. It makes a lot of good noises. I mean, got a Beltec SP1001, so it's a 3/4 drop. I mean, headlights, tail lights. I mean, I do have a CVF intercooler. I got a Turbo Smart blow-off valve, and then just a E85 tuned through Brew City Boost. I mean, super simple build. Got a lot of big plans for it this upcoming year, but I mean, gotta start saving up because truck parts ain't cheap. But yeah, guys, hopefully you guys enjoy the video. All right, so I forgot that when I took off the stock ones, I kind of ran into a little issue with taking them off, and I ended up breaking the little piece that goes onto one of the connectors. And I was gonna JB weld it with a plastic welder, but valió verga. I think I let it sit for too long, and when I tried mixing it in, it was already into clumps. So I'm gonna have to buy another one real quick. That way I can try to see if I can get this this little piece connected back onto the stock one, and hopefully it works. Hopefully I don't run into any issues, but I guess ahorita vamos a ver qué. Hey guys, you guys know where the JB welds are at?
Yeah, I don't know.
Sir, Mr. Michael.
Aisle 5 left hand side, please.
Aisle 5 inside. Got the care package. Hopefully that JB weld thing works. Look, there goes the homie Tracy. Fuck, let's try to catch him up. Oh, he turned. The homie Tracy. That lady right here is about to get the gap where the guy is. Hopefully there's no cop behind me. It's not like I'm gonna get to the speed limit anyway. So what I wait? Hey, gap, son. Yeah, porque si no me llevan a la cárcel. Pretty clean, pretty clean. Alright, so I mixed it in. Damn, parecen mecos, güey. But I got it in, got it all mixed in. Hopefully it'll hold. Pinche mecaso. Hopefully it fucking sticks on there. Cause, you know, ya valió. Anyways, there it is, but there's a fitting that goes in this one, another one, and then I think there's one in the back. Oh, that's right here. But that was right in front of me. I didn't see it. And one in the bottom, yeah. And whenever I pulled everything out, when I removed this stock one, I desesperé trying to get my part on, and I pulled it without taking off the little clamp that's on there that holds it in, and I pulled it out too hard and I broke the whole piece. But I mean, it says right here, okay, 15 minutes. Hopefully it works, and then I gotta sand it in 30 minutes. But ahorita a ver qué, hopefully it works. So I got the driver's side off, and this is the same. This is the stock one. This is the AMS. So I mean, you can see clearly how much more space it has to breathe. I mean, the stock one is really restricted on airflow in comparison to the aftermarket AMS. I mean, throughout the whole way, you know, I mean, the ends are the same and everything, but the diameter on the AMS is a lot bigger. It's a lot more airflow. I mean, they say, you know, it's not really all that much power that you gain from it. I think it's like 10 horsepower from it, but the truck just spools up so much faster since, you know, it's able to breathe a lot better than the way it is in, you know, stock form. But hopefully the little JB weld works right now. I'm going to sand it just so it could be a little bit more flush, and then slap it on, and hopefully, you know, everything goes back to normal. Going back to the stock parts, taking off the AMS because I think this is what's been throwing in my check engine light. But I mean, you can see the difference, you know, it's a lot more airflow. This is just the driver's side. I still need to take off the passenger side. So I got the other one off. You can see on this one, the same thing. So much wider, a lot more room for airflow. Yeah, but like I said, ever since I installed them, I've been having a lot of issues with my spark plugs going out, and I'm kind of tired of replacing them. And I've sent data logs in. I've done, you know, I've replaced a whole bunch of things, try to see if it was something else that was causing it. But as soon as I installed these AMS charge pipes, I started getting check engine lights for like intake leak. That's what the code was. And then I got a random cylinder misfire because one of the spark plugs was out. And then ever since then, it's just been an on and off, you know, changing spark plugs like every other week, or every 3 weeks. And at this point, I'm just tired of it. So I'm going back to the stock charge pipes, and then see if I can contact them, see if they can send me either another set or reimburse me, and then I'll purchase them again, or I might just do something else. But hopefully this fixes the issue. Hopefully everything goes back to normal, and if it does, then I mean, it was for sure then the AMS charge pipes were acting a little weird on my truck. These Ecoboost are super picky too, so I mean, any little thing that they don't like, and they'll, you know, start throwing out codes and won't run right. But a ver qué pasa. Okay, so got one of them on. It's a pain in the ass because it goes connected from there, but the only way to disconnect it is through the sides, and you disconnect it from there, but it's a pain because you got to get that little bolt in there. And now that I'm lowered, it's a little bit harder because you don't have as much room to work with. But when I had my leveling kit, it was a lot more easier. It was a lot easier to get in here because you had all this, you know, I had probably like another 5 inches of clearance to work with. And that's not the case no more. But yeah. So back to stock charge pipes. But yeah, here it is. This is all finished up. I actually got it done a little bit ago, but we got to record. I'll turn it on.